All right. It's Lenny and Belisi. We're talking about the demonstrative pronoun ἐκεῖνος. The book does this bad thing. Okay, language is a system built up of many subsystems, and but the book tends to present you things piecemeal, which makes you have little pieces or chunks, but it doesn't give you a sense of what the whole looks like. So what we want to talk about is something the book doesn't talk about, which is how the demonstrative, so-called demonstrative adjectives or pronouns work in Greek. Demonstratives are words for pointing at things, okay? And let's say, talk about them in English. We only have two in English, this and that, okay? This is singular, that is plural, is also singular. The plural of these are, of the two words are, these is the plural of this, and those is the plural of that. I don't think we really realize that. But English has two only, okay? And this means also that the book really messes up and doesn't understand how the Greek system works, because in Greek there are three. All right, and Belisi is going to talk to you about Spanish, because?
Basically, in Spanish, it works the same way as in Greek. So some of you have some language training, I know, in Spanish and maybe other Romance languages. And it's the same thing. There are three demonstrative pronouns, our way of saying this or that, and it corresponds to the people. So if I have something, you call it, este iPad. He has ese libro, that one that he has next to him, and then something far away is aquel libro or aquel iPad or whatever.
So it's I, you, and he
that
or she
person,
or
yep.
Right. And so that's the way these work in Greek, too. So the one that they introduce you to here is the third person one, the one that belongs to somebody else, not I, Belisi or I, okay? And that's ἐκεῖνος, okay? It derives from the adverb ἐκεῖ, which means there, okay? Not here, but there, okay? So, and in English, that's the way the demonstrative pronouns work. That's why they're starting out with something that looks familiar, because in English we have this and that, and the difference between them is this is here and that is there, okay?
Right.
So it misleads you into thinking that the Greek system is like the English one, which is not totally true. All right, so there are similarities, but there's a big difference. So let's look at the forms, and then we can talk about how we translate this one. Belisi's written up the forms of the singular of ἐκεῖνος. It's an adjective that means this or that. Because it's an adjective, like any Greek adjective, it can also be a noun. So ἐκεῖνος can mean, oops.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
These lights.
Hold on. So ἐκεῖνος can mean that this person indiscriminately, whether they're male or female, or it can mean this human being that's male, and ἐκεῖνη can mean this female, this woman, or this female animal, and ἐκεῖνο is that. That was all wrong. It can mean that male, or that female, or that thing, okay? ἐκεῖνο being the neuter, okay? And plural, those things, and those women, okay? So they rigorously correspond to the words that and those in meaning, but they can be adjectives as well as pronouns. Just like any other adjectives, they can be a noun as well as an adjective. So if you look at the forms, they're all exactly the same. This word is inflected like agathos, as has the same endings. That is, its second declension endings in the masculine, first declension endings like the techne type in the feminine. The masculine is like a logos noun. The feminine is like a techne noun. And the neuter is different, okay? The only thing that is different, however, is that you have what we see in what we've seen in the relative pronoun, has, he, ha, in the neuter, and what we've seen in the definite article, ha, he, da. That is, the neuter nominative accusative singular is just a, and no nu after it. So other than those two forms, the ones with the little red omicrons, this word is inflected exactly like agathos. Notice that there are no vocatives, okay? This makes sense if you understand that these pronouns work in correspondence to the persons of the verb. So you can't address a thing that belongs to somebody else in the second person. All right?